Well, good morning. Welcome to Thoughts That Can Change Your Life with me, Reverend Wolak. Today, I'm going to ask the question, what's your addiction? Everyone has an addiction. What's yours? What's really interesting is that we've all bought into the opioid of the masses. Do you know what that opioid is? It's the idea that you can be happy all the time. It is the pursuit of happiness. And we're addicted to it. And when you think about someone who's addicted to anything, you know there's tremendous pain. So if you've got this idea that you can be happy all the time, and you're addicted to that idea, and you're constantly being shown that it's impossible, it's an unrealistic goal, it's an unrealistic expectation, and yet everything around is promoting that. I noticed that as I've been listening to the new book by Rhonda, who wrote the book, The Secret, Rhonda Burns. In the book, it's the greatest secret. And if you do the greatest secret, you'll be happy all the time. Guess what? That's a marketing ploy. It's impossible to be happy all the time. What does happiness require? Contrast. Without contrast, you can't have happiness. So in order to have happiness, you've got to be able to experience the opposite. So then what is enlightenment? Enlightenment is the ability to see life is never one-sided. And no matter what the appearance is happening in your life, it's always in balance. Always in balance. The thing is, where's your awareness? You may not be aware it's in balance because of where you're focusing. Josh says, wouldn't there be balance if we were happy all the time? We wouldn't be happy all the time. We need periods of sadness. It's not that we need, it's just life. Life is always balanced. Remember, in life, everything exists. Life is infinite. If everything exists, then what we perceive as good exists and what we perceive as bad exists. Everything has to exist, especially from the human form, from the physical body standpoint, and from the standpoint of the ego mind that perceives. You got to have contrast. It's always a two-sided coin. It's never one-sided. Here's a key thing. If you understand that life is in balance, what's your job? As a person who's becoming more aware, to fully experience it, to experience the highs, to experience the lows. Don't deny that they exist. Experience them. And then decide where do you want to go from that experience. Realizing that the moment you acknowledge, I experience it, I'm aware, I've experienced it. And I think this is a really, really, really big point to make here. Someone says, I'm depressed. Well, no, you're not. You're not depressed at all. What it is I'm aware that right now I'm experiencing depression. See, that's coming from the enlightened standpoint. I'm aware right now that I'm experiencing depression. I am not depressed. That's not who I am. I am the observer. I am that point of awareness. Seek sanity over happiness, and it's no measure of health to be adjusted to a profoundly sick society. Krishnamurti. What's sanity? Seek the awareness that there's always balance. Some days, Peter says, I only experience the negative. Well, I get it. what you're identifying with is the negative. You're saying, I am negative. But if you can break the I am thing and say, I am aware that I'm having negative thoughts today. You sort of put distance between, you disassociate yourself with it. You don't become the negative. I am lonely. No, you're not lonely. You're aware that you're having the experience of being alone. Do you hear how that works? If you practice that enough, you can start to live in a greater sense of awareness. That's pretty cool stuff. That's one of the good things that perspective I got that Rhonda shared in her book that she got from her teacher, whoever that is. She's not telling me. She's saying, my teacher wants to be secret. Here's a key thing. There's nothing new that any teacher is ever going to teach. It's all been said before. All of it. There's nothing new that I teach. I'm just regurgitating what's said before through my own eyes, through my own perspective at this time. So realize that there's no teacher that has any more information than another. They're just saying things that have already been said. You're just more in a way, you're more aware, or you're seeking what is being said, so you're a vibrational match to it. Anita says, I'm aware that I finally relieved myself of a friendship I've been attempting to dissolve for the past year. I finally spoke my mind in frank manner. The chapter closed. Well, if that's what's best serving you, way to go, Anita. See, I can't say that's good or bad. Only Anita can say that. Is it serving her? Sometimes people in our lives to challenge us to make us aware that there is balance. Do you want to know something? Here's, Anita, you may not like this at all, but you're going to get it anyway. Sometimes when someone's a real pain in our butt, challenging us, making us just crazy, we get them out of our butt, right? We get rid of them. They're gone. We let them go. Guess what happens? The universe brings someone else in to challenge us to make sure we're still in balance. In some form, fashion, maybe not as a best friend, but in some form, fashion, it's going to come back. So Tammy's out there and she says, when I get depressed about the world now and destruction of our culture and country, I remind myself there's a lesson from all this that is happening. And what does God want us to learn? God doesn't want you to learn anything. I'm just going to say that right now, Tammy. God doesn't care. That's the idea of a Santa Claus out there caring about what happens. No, God is infinite. It is absolutely infinite, and everything exists within the infinite. So here's the illusion. As I read your statement, Tammy, you're under the assumption that the world can be at total peace. That's an illusion. So I'm going to bring it this way. I heard Dr. John DeMartini say this the other day, and I love Dr. John. He has a way of breaking things down, and I've been following him now for like 12 years, and I've taken 400 hours of classes with John. So I've got to understand his teaching. And when he speaks, I just get it. So I'm going to go like this, Tammy, and everyone out there, I want you to really listen to what I'm going to say. Right now, in yourself, are the things that you really like and things that you don't like? And the answer would be yes. So you could say that you're at peace with the things that you like. You're at war with the things that you don't like. War is what? Chaos. So there's peace and war going on within you all the time. You're going to move back and forth. So there's peace and war all the time. So if you're in a relationship of any sort, is it always good? Or sometimes is it sad? It could be a relationship with your partner. It could be a relationship with your parents. It could be a relationship with your children. Peace and war. In the city where you live, is it always peaceful or is there conflict? There's both. In the state where you live, in the country where you live, in the world. But what's happening is the media keeps you focused on one particular thing, and you think that the world is out of balance. There's always been peace in the world. There's always been war in the world. It's always been that way. Go read history. Corey goes, I'm at war with athlete's foot. It sucks. Well, I'm going to tell you right now, Corey, don't go sucking your feet. You'll have athlete's foot in the mouth. Couldn't help myself, gang. Sorry. If you think I'm a reverent minister, you're wrong about that. I'm as irreverent as you get. That's a hard concept to grasp, that everything is always in balance. It's a hard concept to grasp, but you really have to open up and let go of the illusion and being attached to it being happy all the time. If you can let go of that illusion, you might take, okay, I was once married. I'm divorced now. Peace and war. What ended up happening is you couldn't see the balance anymore. Couldn't see the balance anymore because the two people probably grew vibrationally far apart from each other. And so the balance was, the negativity of the relationship was to get you out of it, to bring you back into balance. It was too far one-sided. And sometimes when a relationship is too far-sided, you've got to let the relationship go. And you let the relationship go, not to just get into another relationship, no, to become a different person so that you can be in a different relationship, because you can't have a different relationship until you become a different person. Rest assured, I'm in my 50th year of marriage. In December, I'll celebrate an anniversary, 50. I'm supported. I'm challenged. I have peace. I have war. I see that my relationship is always, always, always in balance. So why am I in the relationship? Real simple. Because it supports me. It grows me. I get to share, and we have fun. And we've agreed to that. And then we have agreements within that relationship of what are the boundaries that we share with each other. But one of the major things that we give each other, is the freedom to be our unique self. We leave relationships when it gets to a point where we feel we're choking. We can't be authentic. We want more than anything for people to accept us as we are. Authenticity. But here's the key. If you don't know who you are, how do you become authentic? And if you're not authentic, can anyone love you? Because you're not presenting the true you to the person. And sometimes in relationships, authenticity unfolds itself. I know that happened for me. I wasn't aware like I am now. It develops over time. But the basis of a relationship is to support and grow. support and grow, share, and have fun. Too often we forget about fun. We've gotten so friggin' serious. So friggin' serious. We're so serious. We've got to be so politically correct with all of our words that we want to shut down every comedian. Get back. Life is a joke. Start seeing it as such. We humans are the funniest human beings in the world. And if you can't see that, my God, you've bought into an illusion. Guess I got a little excited on that comment, didn't I? I don't know about that, Corey. Is everyone authentic? I wonder how many people truly know what their authenticity is. In other words, Corey, what are your top 5 values? What are the things in your life that you have the greatest void or that you desire more of in your life? What are those top 5 things? And are you basing every decision in your life on achieving that? That's authentic living. Most people aren't doing that. Most people don't even have a clue what a value really is. Most people think it's honesty, integrity. It has nothing to do with that. Those are human qualities. So, my God, it's like a Sunday talk. I'm already into almost minute 17. I try to keep these between 10 and 12. But look at. We had a good time talking today, didn't we? I did. And that's all that matters. And I was being authentic with you. I was sharing what was on my heart. So with that, try to see yourself. Hey, Allison from Ireland, why don't you join us in Agape Gathering today? We've got people from Europe that join us. That's at 1:30 my time, which would be about 6:30 or 7:30 your time. Just go to agapespiritualcenter.com and you can find a Zoom link. Love to have people. In fact, we have 2 people from Ireland, Mark and Louise. So anyway, agapespiritualcenter.com, go to the calendar and you can find it. This way you can Zoom and we can have a conversation. And you're all welcome to an Agape Gathering today. There's 2 of them, 1:30 Central Time and 7 p.m. Central Time. Just go to agapespiritualcenter.com, get the link, and join me. Love you all. Create a great day because only you can. Aloha.